Hey everyone, Overfletch here, and welcome back to another Fletch Rambles video. So in the last video, I just want to go ahead and quickly mention this, that we finally, also came back to the rambles, and we made a ramble about why I play Ironman mode. So if you have not watched that one, it'll be in the description on the playlist. Make sure you go check it out. But anyways, let's discuss today's topic. And last video, I did talk to you guys about a straw poll. And the straw poll, by the way, also, hold on, I'll get that in a second. I'm trying to ramble in my head, but I need to tell you guys out loud. So in the straw poll, I let you guys know what topics do you prefer inside the ramble, and I tried to ask you guys to vote at the end of watching the video, and they had a few ideas. One of them was mix of, well, let me tell you what the mixes were. So, the two categories were RuneScape updates, news, behind the scenes, etc. And the other one was RuneScape channel, RuneScape/channel related topics. So it's just related to anything, like maybe, I don't know, pull a Tana and be like, I got sexually assaulted on RuneScape, not a fake story. They didn't see my dragon claws. So something like that. And in the straw poll, there was the majority of you guys wanted just a mix of both and pretty much everything, just whatever. I think it's pretty much a general consensus, if I'm not wrong, is that you guys who watch rambles, you guys just want to listen to ramble. You don't really care as much about the content. I mean, you do. You don't want me to sit here and just say the word banana for the next 30 minutes. If you really do, let me know in the comments. I'll make a video that says the word banana for like 10,000 subscribers. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool. For rambles, you guys like want RuneScape stuff, but you don't really care if it's everything. So what I'm gonna do, since the mix did win, and I'll put the straw poll in the description for like, the results, and I'll put it probably on the screen. I'll try to right now. I'll try to make a note. I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna do something for myself right now. I'm gonna put a little notepad, and I'm gonna put like a little timestamp right now in this video. Add a note. Add the straw poll. There we go. Because I try to tell myself a lot of times, like, hey, I'll add something in this video. In the rambles, it's really hard to remember when to add things, because I don't want to go back and listen to the entire ramble just to figure out to add one tiny thing. That's annoying, honestly. So, yeah, the results tell me I want both. So, again, rambling. I'm sorry, but this is my ramble series, so don't be upset if I ramble. But, what we're going to do is, I'm going to have I'm going to try to do 2 rambles a week, if I can do it. And the first ramble is going to be on Wednesdays. So right now it's recording late Wednesday. It's probably gonna go up really late Wednesday, or it's even go up Thursday. It's been a long day for me, guys. I'm sorry, it happens. But I'm gonna try and get to a more of a schedule starting next week. I promise. I'm gonna try and stick to a schedule, because I need a schedule right now. So scheduling would help me right now personally. So Wednesdays, I'm gonna try and do RuneScape news and related topics, updates in the game. Things are gonna happen. Let you guys be informed. On Fridays, we're going to try and do RuneScape/personal type of stories that I would like to talk to you guys about. But the Friday one is a very contingent one. It's contingent on if I want to talk to you guys about something that Friday. So say, for example, this Friday, I will have something to talk to you guys about. I know I want to talk about. I have a few ideas for the next, like, 4 Fridays in a row, things I really want to talk about, like good stories. So I still need you guys to let me know in the comments below any other ideas you guys let me know. If you did give me an idea in the last video, I did read it, and I'm most likely using it. So you don't have to re-comment. I promise you. If you posted, I read it. I've listened to your suggestions, and one of them has already made it into a future discussion. Do not worry about that. With that out of the way, speaking of suggestions, I tried to let you guys, help me help you make these better. And one of the suggestions I got from the last video was to try some nice little background music for this ramble. So today we're gonna try that. And if you guys like it, let me know. If you don't like it, actually, you know what? That would be today's straw poll. I will put a straw poll in the description if you like music and rambles. 1 will be yes, 2 will be no. And if the majority rules, if majority does not like music, we'll take it out. I will not put music in the rambles. And I might even give you like the playlist I'm listening to right now if you really don't, if it doesn't work. But if it does work, then I'll leave in music. You guys can listen to music while I'm talking to me. But personally, if you do want music, just saying, you can always also put up some music, put it on low volume and listen to me also. I'm just saying. I'm not saying I can't add it. I'm trying to. I will add it. It's not hard to do. But I'm gonna make a note of that. Nah, okay. I'll make the note of that right now. So make a straw poll about music and rambles. Sweet. We're already had for a really long time. We haven't even gotten to this ramble, but this one is the updates ramble. So there really isn't anything else. Like I said, thank you guys for the comments. Thank you guys for the overarching support for the ramble. The last ramble, I was really surprised. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the ramble. It is about the behind the scenes for the the month ahead for March, and a few other little things, but that's mainly what it is. So I don't think there's anything else about channel related. Like I said, I read your comments. I do have an idea for Friday. We're gonna post one. There'll also be an Ironman completion series coming out Saturday. Saturday or Sunday? It depends. Probably Saturday. I'm gonna say Saturday about noon Eastern time. That's a good time. That's my guess. If it's not up by then, it'll be up Sunday. I promise you guys that. I promise you. Wink, pinky promise. Let's go jump into today's ramble. Today's ramble is sponsored by... No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But today's ramble is the March month ahead. Just want to go ahead and say this because I have been asked this before. I do want to give a huge shout out to I'm Rubik because I do use his TLDWs he makes on the Reddit on r/RuneScape. I always leave in the description. Leave a link of my sources in the description because I think it's a fair thing to do. In high school, when I write papers, I had to give my teacher sources. When I'm telling you guys information, I should show you guys my sources. So these are my sources. Because I did watch this Q&A, but I'm very human. I know I will miss things, so I'm really glad that someone else was able to also sum it up. And without talking about the guy all the day, let's go ahead and jump into the Q&A. So, on Monday, what was that, the 5th? No, the 6th. Monday the 6th was the update for two things. Well, two things in particular. Was the Lumber Swamp was now came back, basically. There's no more crater. I actually might even go over there during this ramble if you actually want to watch. Maybe I'll go there in a little bit. Actually, I'll go right after this inventory, but Lumber Swamp had a few issues when it came out. If you guys didn't see on Reddit, there was a few bugs, like people stuck. Apparently, you couldn't even teleport in some places. I did not figure those out. I didn't want to go get stuck. Like if somebody tells you hey, that's quicksand over there, don't step in it, and then you step in it and you get stuck, it's kind of your fault. I mean, to be fair, some of the people accidentally found those bugs, but I'm saying if you already know they're on Reddit, I'm not gonna go test them just for you guys. I promise, I'm not gonna get stuck. So there's a few problems, quote unquote. Like people, by the way, I say quote unquote a lot. I don't know if you guys ever notice that, but I do. I watch my own videos. I have to edit. So other than the Lumber Swamp, having the few issues, it's gonna be fixed. There's one thing is that there's the walls around I think the back of Lumber's castle were removed, and people were like, "Hey man, give us our walls back," and Jagger's just like, "No," and that's about it for that. But no, really, no, but seriously, there's no plans to add the wall back, and that's kind of sad, honestly, because it makes sense to me having a castle. If you're gonna defend a castle, I know there's not much around Lumbridge that's really gonna be attacking Lumbridge, but if you have a wall, what good is it if it only goes halfway, right, Trump? But speaking of castles, there's another thing about the Lumbridge Crater is that the Lumbridge Crater is like a swimming pool on grass. Interesting. But here we are at the Lumbridge Crater, but if you're looking on screen, I don't really recommend you guys ever looking at stream, by the way. It's just for that one person that really wants to while I'm doing this. And also the other update of Monday, not of Lumbridge, holy crap, is the equipment interface was changed to be consistent with the wardrobe, and they will be monitoring it, and possibly will add a toggle to the system. So if you've not by chance seen the new customizations, it's different. I'm gonna be honest. My personal opinion is I think it's better, honestly. But I'm not used to it. I am not used to it. I used the other one for for years since R3 came out, if I'm not mistaken. And to it be changed 18 months from now, later, I gotta get used to this one before I can really tell you guys what my review of it is. But I think it was a good thing to do. I know there's some problems, but I think it was a good thing to do. Maybe it's not the best upgrade, maybe it could have been better, but it was a good thing. Moving on from Monday's updates, we have the planned updates that we're talking about. First question was about bank bidders, and bank bidders have been postponed and currently is not being worked on. I remember them saying during the stream that it might be a possibility around RuneFest time, so maybe around there, give some hype around that time. Whatever, we won't really know. Personally, I don't really care either way. It's not an update I cared about personally. If you guys did, I'm sorry. That's your update won't be coming out right now. I'm sorry about that, but it might even be scrapped, honestly. Knowing Jagex, sometimes once they forget about an update, it's kind of gone. So that sucks. But hopefully, if you guys really want it, maybe in like 6 months, you're like, hey Jagex, give us bank bidders, and they're like, oh, what? Okay, you want bank bidders? Oh yeah, okay. That's a horrible accent. That was a horrible accent. Please don't mess up. Please. I'm sorry. After bank bidders, there was also the clue scroll rework. There's a few things, but 2 things that are being worked on. The clue scroll rework, which I really wanted to come out. Apparently it's coming out in March, and it's not coming out in March anymore. I was really upset about that. If you guys don't know, I like clues a lot, and I do a lot of clues, and I plan to do all the medium clues. Well, like items. I plan to get those. I can't say when. I plan to get the easy ones honestly this year. I don't know about medium, but I plan to get all the easy items sometime this year. Whenever they release that Master Thieving outfit for Ironman, to be able to get it, the Funds for Treasure Hunter, the Elite Skilling outfit, and also other rework, the Currency Pouch rework, which is kind of sad because that Currency Pouch only came out a couple months ago, and having to rework it already, it shows that Jagex knows they messed up. So at least they can say they knew they messed up. Also with that, there's the pet park and combat pets. Apparently all these will still be working on. I know they said something about like how they have a lot of new members to the ninja team, and that is one of the reasons why that they're not being worked on as fast as they can, and hopefully like they will still be done at some point. Basically, yeah, they were actually. It says that they're actually difficult to complete with all the other projects going on. So right now, there are things like, say for example, 120 Slayer, Menafos. I don't know if for example the ninjas are working on Menafos, but I know they are. I know some of them I think are working on like the luck rework. I know at least Tembo's working on the luck rework. Also 120 Slayer, and I think they might even be doing a quest. Honestly, maybe not the ninja team. I know somebody is. I don't think they are. And I don't think they're doing ninjas in space. I think that's another team as well. I can't remember what else the ninja team is working on, but I know they're working on a lot of things. It says that all those things should be out before the first expansion, which is supposed to be summer, so late as possible May, which honestly May is not a bad time for clues for me personally, just because I gotta be doing, not gotta, that was some bad English, but what I want to say is that I have a few things I want to do on RuneScape right now, really soon. And May for clues, kind of good for me, gonna be honest. Also daily and weekly improvements, so this is for like the daily challenges, weekly challenges. No, sorry, this is for like dailies, weeklies, which daily challenges and weeklies are still dailies and weeklies and all that, so that is part of it. But the daily weekly improvements are not planned on and not planned to be worked on for another month or 2, which is kind of saddening to me. I don't really like RuneScape. I know a lot of you guys know that. I mean, look at my dungeon level for peak's sake. Like, I don't like dailies. I've been liking ports, honestly. I had a really crappy ports, but I've been liking it recently. If you're curious, I know some of you guys like hearing about some of my updates. I mean, it's getting more enjoyable since I'm at the point where it's like 1 mission a day. I hate early ports, man. It's like 20 minutes, like a mission. That's rambling, but. Also I already read that one. Event/news calendars requires other teams. The process has been prolonged. Okay, I know what that is. That was like a real calendar. That was actually in the game jam. So that's been prolonged. That's not good. That's probably engine work or something. Sounds like an old school RSRS excuse. Oh, this is another one that mod. I honestly want to say Kelpie, but it doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't make sense. I don't know what mod was working on it, but a mod was working on making. There was a mod working on making basically a better 120 broadcast. So it would basically, instead of saying like the players received 104 million something XP, it would just say player has received 120 attack. That's all it would say. which is a good broadcast. It should have been like that in the beginning. I remember they didn't want to do that because they were just, I think it said virtual level. They had some reason, but hey, now they finally realized, hey, whatever. And honestly, I wouldn't really be surprised if secretly, like, not nowadays, but eventually they do want to move probably to 120 all. And I won't be surprised if it's one of those little mild stepping stones if you think about it. But I don't think that'll be speaking of, that's like conspiracy theory. And I don't really think they'll be 120 all within the next like year. But it could be one of those things like 5 or 6 years from now, all RuneScape skills are level 120. We don't know. But hey, if you're watching this 5 to 6 years from now, and RuneScape's still a thing, RuneScape 3 in general, well, maybe RuneScape 4 at that point, we never know. But if the main game RuneScape is at that point and all the skills are 120, I called it. But there's probably no one watching this that far. Everyone's gonna be like, nah, this guy's not irrelevant. This guy's not irrelevant after 2K 17 and a half. I'm like, ah, man. So after that, three big things that are for me personally, and for some of you Ironman out there, I know a lot of you guys are watching an Ironman, or a fair few at least, is the Ironman access to Blast Furnace, Flash Powder Factory, and Siren Spells will be worked on basically in tap time. It says spare time on here, but that most likely means tap time, which is Thursday afternoon personal project. I think that's what it is. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, but that makes sense to my head, because what it is every second Thursday in the office for Jagex is that everyone has tap time. I don't remember how long it is. It's like after lunch, or if it's this whole day. But they have time to work on their own personal updates. Like Mod Shawnee has worked on the skyboxes, and he's also been working on the buff bars, because he calls it Baz, but Baz. But I don't even know if that's actually a tap anymore. I know he was working on the skyboxes and tap flames. But if you are an Ironman like me, the words Blast Furnace, Flash Powdery, well, at least Blast Powder, is pretty big, because a lot of Ironmen out there like me have a ton of ores we want to smelt, and a lot of us don't want to superheat all of that. We're like, nah, why don't we just get Blast Furnace? And then Joe's just like, oh, mini games. And we're like, dude, we can boost every other thing in the game. Just give us Blast Furnace. We'll be the only ones that'll use it other than bots. So at least we finally get it. And Flash Powder Factory. I honestly really want Flash Powder Factory just because it has outfits I actually really like the looks of. I don't even care about how good they are. The outfits are pretty good, but I don't even care about how they are. I just kind of like the look of the outfits. So after all of that, and certain spells, but certain spells, honestly, like, it's been a decent topic discussed, so I'm not gonna really go much into that. Basically, things like intercept, and I'm not really not going to, because it's just been covered. So hopefully that would come out one day, basically. After that, the stationary tool leprechauns is on the ninja backlog. Not really something I really care about, so I'm just gonna move on past it. This is one though I do want to talk about, and I do want to show you guys. I'll show you on the screen about right now. So Mod Harrison has been working on, well, I know at least he posted about it, has been working on the tier 92 dyed weapons, and on Twitter as of now he showed off the Staff of Sasuke and all the other dyes. Personally, I like, honestly, I kind of like the Barrows one the most, maybe the Shadow one too, but I kind of don't like some of the Barrows one actually looks good, which is really weird to say to me. The third age one looks just like a normal Sasuke staff to me a little bit. Gonna be honest, it looks kind of similar. Okay, it's different, but it's kind of similar, to be honest. Blood one looks fine, but I don't know if I'd make a blood staff of Sasuke personally. Maybe I would, but purple staff of Sasuke, aka Shadow, looks pretty good. So yeah, I'll try and leave you guys something on the board, aka the screen. And after that, it's basically Pet Jad. I can't read the name. Will be labeled as a boss pet in the interface. So right now, I think, yeah, right now if you look at the pets, the Jad pet is actually on the follower list, but it's actually a boss pet because you need it for the same final boss title. Speaking of, I will actually be getting this pet in about May, whenever they do the minigame double points weekend. I'm actually pretty close to this pet. Like, If it's doubled, I have like 11 zeal to get, you know, because like 22 I need or something. But like I said, it's half, or it's doubled on the weekend. So I'll just get the 11, because I'm not going to get Sand and Final Boss by then. Why would I try to get it right now? So I'll be getting that personally, and they'll be moving it to the boss pet section. And after that, and also they'll be looking into adding more items to be keepsakeable. Apparently a lot of the items that are not able to be keepsaked right now, they'll be looking at later and deciding or figuring out if they can, or also allowing them to be keepsake, which I don't know, there's nothing really I know that I'm like, oh, I really want keepsaked. So that'd be good for at least one person out there, and it'd be good for Jagex pockets. So you know what, to me it's a win-win, as long as it doesn't take too long to code. But I don't know coding, so whatever. There's also a little bullet here about looking at the identical divine location spacing. Now that's interesting to me. If they mean like you have to be a certain amount of spaces away from placing divine locations from each other, I like that honestly. If it's even relating to Garaggio, that'd be actually it can't relate to Garaggio, no way. There's no plans to add a toggle to remove the warning while removing a tree. That's kind of disappointing that they would say that. Like, I don't think it makes the game that much easier. It's just kind of a quality of life thing, but you know what? Whatever, Jagex. And we can look into the penguins / snow remaining in the desert. So if you guys are unaware, the new quest that came out has some penguins in desert, and right now they're chilling in the desert, which is not very normal, and they're looking at possibly allowing them to stay there. I don't know if it's just there right now for like an early bird bonus. Get it? Yeah. Also, this one really made me sad personally, that they have no plans to provide a use for seals from after max reputation. And if you guys know my bank, I have about 20,000 rep extra banked in seals. Maybe more, maybe like a little bit 21,000 or something, but I have a lot of seals. So that is all the planned updates and everything else. Now we're going to move into the March updates, and I'll try to be a little bit faster with this one. I think I'm going to try and get to this ramble maybe around the 30-ish minutes, maybe like 33. And also let me know, guys, if you do like whatever the time of this video is, or if you just like longer, or whatever it needs to be. March updates, journal updates. There will be surprise updates in March. There's going to be surprise updates. They said they don't want to try and do the entire year like there has been so far. So there will be surprise updates. And the new elite scaling outfit, the tree cutting elite scaling outfit for Treasure Hunter, will be out later. So that means eventually Ironman will get this outfit. So am I happy? Sure. I don't really care about the outfit personally, but hey, at least we get it in the game 4 months later or whatever they said we will. Also coming up this Monday, hopefully, they're trying to do static spawn changes and attack option priority. Jagex, I swear, if you do the attack option priority, I will love you. Ooh, I might give you a little kiss on the cheek, Mark. But March 13th, static spawn rates are based on the current rate. So is this okay? Static spawn rates are based on the current rate of 1,000 players, faster than current average. Is it just me? But I swear that Jagex did something like this a while ago, and it was about 1,000. So either last time they lied, they didn't do it last time, they didn't do it right, or maybe this is the old rate. I have no clue. Jagex, we'll figure out. Maybe spawns. We'll figure out. We'll see the spawns Monday, and if they do change that much, personally, it's whatever. Maybe it does mess. Maybe it does do something to me. Only thing I can think of is Slayer. There's no really Slayer. Oh, Ferrari's at my help. I'm thinking in my head right now. Killing Ferrarius. That'd be nice for me. And some Ironman, of course. So after that, there's the arc improvements, and two things about the arc. The items and structures will no longer be stuck in each other / on top of each other, which that's nice. Should have actually honestly happened as soon as Arc 2 came out. But you know what? I'm not going to be too upset to Jagex. The Arc Journal will tell you the resources on your claimed island. That's pretty nice. It should do that. It's a nice little quality of life. And there'll be new rewards like the High Armor of Hanto, which, by the way, if you guys don't know the beautiful controversy of this outfit, let me go tell you real quick that when it came out, it was actually a treasure hunter outfit. So pay to win, and buy with keys. And people were getting really upset because this was back when Arc 1 was the only one out. People were saying, wow, people can just spend money and get more content about arc that the arc has. So it is good to see that the high armor of, is it Hanto or Hanto? I don't really know, honestly. I'm American. We're bad at English, but it's good to see that the armor is making its way finally to the arc. It's really sad that it took this long, and it basically took prodding by players. If nobody said, I bet you if no one said anything, it would not have happened. I promise you that. It's just kind of sad. Like, I don't personally mind if something comes first, Treasure Hunter, as long as it's not that broken. I don't really care personally. It's whatever. But if it comes to the game eventually, it makes me feel better, a lot better. Like Silverhawks, kind of have done that. I know, like, they're like they gave them out once. But things like that, like the elite skilling outfits, I don't really mind as much, especially since they get into the game eventually. And I can't really fault them on trying to do something like a quote-unquote like an early bird bonus. And I said quote-unquote again. I'm trying to stop that. Whatever. Oh, here this one is the buff bar. The buff bar improvements. So the buff bar is split into buffs and debuffs of separate interfaces. There's 18 positive buffs and 12 negative debuffs, and will allow the player to filter the buff icons. Whether it be boss specific, player offensive, prayer offensive ability. Holy shit, I can't talk today. Item effects, auras, boost, overhead prayers, defensive abilities, pet effects, status effects. And there are gonna be new icons. Apparently this is update 1. Yay, Jagex is doing more batch updates. But I can't fault the mod who did this, because I'm not sure it's not his fault. It's either one that he just has to push this out right now, or something like that. It's not his fault. I love mod who did this, which is Mod Shawnee. Mod Shawnee, if you somehow are watching this, I love you, man. And I want to tell you happy birthday, man. Yeah, I hope you have a really good birthday, man. Please, if you somehow see this Mod Shawnee, message me in game. I'm under Fletch. I want to tell you happy birthday face to face, because I love you, Mod Shawnee. But yeah, let's go on to that. I'm sorry, I just really like them. Did I talk to you guys about new icons? I probably didn't. This is update 1. It's going to be 4 Beastmaster debuffs, 1 Yakka debuff, Enhanced Excalibur, Blood Essence cooldowns, Revenge duration, Tweak Transfigure, percent health, Stun immune icons, and Dreadnip timers. All of those, I'm like, yes, 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 yes. Like, yes. Okay, I'm sorry. Please don't unsubscribe this time. I know you're like, there's probably one guy right there like that. I was like, come on, man, you're doing this cringy shit. Man, I have to click the unsubscribe button. I'm like, come on, man. Come on, man. There'll be another Ironman completion series soon. Don't unsubscribe. Just click out if you're really that upset. Oh yeah, I just forgot about. Sorry, I had to mute for a sec. Pause myself for a sec. Shout out to the song, by the way. If you guys know what YouTuber has his outro for his song, let me know in the comments below. Or maybe he will. I know he likes watching some of my videos. So if you're watching this right now, shout out to you. You maxed recently. Love you, man. Really happy that you maxed, and I'm gonna be so excited to see what you do next. I don't think it was the video first you maxed. I might be wrong. Maybe it came out really recently, man. Enough like, oh my god, about a YouTuber. Because I love him. Let me get back to what I was doing. Oh, yeah. So, by the way, if you do have any suggestions for icons for the buff bar, please contact Jagex Shawnee on Twitter. I'll try to remember to leave a link in the description. Also, there is also the... Alright, don't worry, I'll leave it in the description. But make sure you go contact him if you have any other ideas. But you can always check out the Reddit post, by the way, for this Q&A if you already did, or if you just want to read it by yourself. So there's 2 more things I'm gonna quickly mention. One of them I'm really not gonna talk about that much, but one of them is the luck rework. So the luck rework, if you also want the Google Doc, by the way, it's in this Reddit post, but I will also link it in my description because I'm a nice guy like that. So I'll make sure to leave a link for that. But there's the luck rework Google Doc, and the luck rework will have 4 tiers of luck categorized with in-game activities. And the elite tier ring will work with the lower tiers. And there'll be additional items that boost luck, which is nice. Like there can be a potion, luck potion. It's gonna be, of course we already have that. But there's gonna be a higher tier one of that. And now, by the way, with the luck rework happening, the rare drop table drops are a separate bonus drop, and that's nice especially for next. If you guys ever watch my videos, you've seen my next content. You'll sometimes see me well, maybe not complain, but you'll see me like, wow, I got myself a loot path key, and it'd be the only item, which really sucks, by the way, because it's a crap item, it's a crap drop, honestly. Some of them are actually nice to me, like molten glass. I'll take any day. It's 3 faceted components. Maybe face. It's faceted. I'm gonna say faceted. I don't care. Someone's probably gonna be like, yeah, your grammar shit. That's how I just say it. I'm gonna be like, oh, okay. There's also, the team is aware of SwitchScape's situation. Now, I'm gonna talk about this for a second. I'm an adamant believer in SwitchScape, and I like it. So, my stance about SwitchScape is, if you put more effort in this game, you deserve better DPS. Let me say that again. If you put more effort in this game, or anything in life, you deserve the better reward. So that's my argument about SwitchScape. Yes, I will not probably grab out extra Drygors to have a lunging switch and a flanking switch and a banana switch, and I like bananas apparently. That's the banana show in this video, but I'm not gonna have like a billion Drygors. I'm not gonna do it. Lit's gonna do it though, for better, because he's like #1 DPS. Wait, maybe he's probably not the #1, but he's a very good PVM. Someone like him's going to do it. I'm not gonna do it. Mr. Revo Slayer Task isn't gonna do it, but guess what? He deserves the better DPS for doing that. And there's some things that I do have a problem with in SwitchScape, like, for example, there's some abilities that should have shared cooldowns that don't, and you can see that there's some abilities in the game that already have shared cooldowns, but there's some other ones that have the same, like, flow that don't have the shared cooldown. That should be addressed, but I just don't understand the problem of some switching, like, say for example, the Sun Spear, or having planted feet. I don't personally see the reason why that can't be a switch. No one's going to waste a slot to just have planted feet. It doesn't matter, I promise. And stuff like Ring of Vigor, or Ring of Wealth, or a Godlike Staff. Plus, take like old school, like spec weapons aren't a thing. I don't think people really complain about Godlike Staff, to be honest. I think it's people complain about having a lot of switches, but like I said, more effort, more DPS. So I kind of went on a tangent right there. And I know some people might oppose that. It's okay though, I'm putting myself out there. And the last part of this luck rework, by the way, is that luck will affect various skilling activities such as fishing. And then finally we have for this month of March is the Zamorakian event, which is like one of those just not really treasure hunter events, but it's one of those like you gain the little 1,000 things. Do I have any left? I thought I had from the last one. But you have like you gain like the little like currency every day, and you get cosmetics. I'm not even gonna discuss it honestly. You guys have done a couple of them by now. You know how they work. You probably get some free XP somewhere, and yay XP. But I don't really care, so I'm not gonna talk about it. So, guys, I think I wrapped up today's ramble very well. I'm gonna go over some few things. Number 1, say yes to SwitchScape. 2, oh yeah, I did see something on Reddit. And I'm putting on my tinfoil hat right now, and somebody did say that this month ahead looks pretty. It's not very fleshed out, and so they did say there's hidden updates, or like updates are gonna happen that nobody knows about really until they release them. And what I think is that there's gonna be a nice update this month that they're hiding. I might be wrong, but I'm gonna bet there is. Also, before we go, Mashani replied to somebody in the Reddit thread about the name release, and his exact words are, as I quote, "As it stands, there's been discussions around the office on it, but for the moment, no definitive news to share." So they're working on the name release. Basically, if you guys don't know what the name release is there will be an update soon that will release old names that players are not very active anymore. Like say for example, this guy, his name is Fables, and no, it's not Fables, it's Fables. You swap the B's, put the P's, it's Fables. But Mr. Fables here, maybe he hasn't played in 5 years. I really want the name Fables, but he hasn't played in 5 years. Well, guess what, Mr. Fables? Now I get your name. What are you gonna do? What do you do if I walk in with the Virago Shard in your Zilliana room and smack Zilliana on the butt? You're gonna leave. You know I'm the dominant male. But anyways, guys, I think that is it for the ramble. Again, vote the straw poll. Let me know. Do you like background music? Do you hate it? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Did you like this? Did you like this update ramble compared to the other ramble of just a random story time? And like I said, I know you guys did say mix, so just let me make a few more of these of each one, and we'll see how it is. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll have another video out sometime soon for everybody. Take care, everyone.